Hello, hello, hello. Happy Monday. We are back. Took the weekend off, had some family and friends in town, but we're ready to get back into it. A little under the weather, so we're gonna try and keep talking to a bit of a minimum, but we'll see how it goes. Anyways, thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Whatever. You know what I meant. Let's do this. Not entirely sure what to do today, but we'll figure something out. And the 40 minutes to get into the game. I'm kind of hoping we maybe see a server restart or something so that we can go out and try and hunt some plots for fun. Didn't really get to do too much with it last time. This is actually one of the fastest I've loaded initially. I think some seawalls sold. I don't remember how much, well, stuff definitely sold. We have a list. Hmm. Be nice if you could see an individual, like, list of what sold. Repair resources. That's interesting. How much health does it have? Shiny U-Haul. Uh-oh. What happened to the koi? Hmm. That's interesting. What we got cooking up here? Or they're just cooking up coal. Yeah, looks like it. Just making some coal. Wait, what? Oh, there we go. Morning.
Morning.
Yep, knew about that. Oh, what is that? Ah, forgot you could do the hooks with the lantern. That's actually kind of cool. Wait, can you pin code these? You can. Huh. We should just do hooks with lanterns around the town. Wait, I wanted to see. Oof, FPS is really bad right now. It's so bad.
Yep.
I think I'm gonna restart real quick. Exit the menu. Yeah, that was not normally how it is. Tried doing the Battle Eye version. Give it a second, and then go in. Oh, this is fun. There's actually something that way, which is interesting. Yeah, I just need to run around the town a little bit. Stuff's still loading in. That's probably what it is. I think these things are part of the problem. I don't think these things are all that great. I also think this server desperately needs to be restarted. I think that's part of the problem. Hmm. Well, it helped. I mean, this is now back up to the 50s. Hmm. Kind of interesting, like my GPU usage usually is hitting about 100 with this, but right now it's not getting to 100, so something's a bit off. Try something else real quick. Launched it the wrong way. Let things kind of pop in real quick. Hey, what's going on, Saint? Hey, thanks very much, Saint. I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's because I have the stream up. Let me try something. Try just doing screen capture. If that does any difference. Monitor cap? No. I don't know. It's weird. Today is, that's a giraffe. Maybe I just never noticed it before. Now that I know I have the ability to see what my frames are. I'm like seeing no difference between the let me see, I'll try this. Sorry, we're going back and forth with this. I'm just kind of trying to science it. Yeah, like something's really weird. Is there a... Let me see if I maybe didn't realize there's like a driver update or something. Oh, that's fine. Windows update trying to do some bullshit. Oh, looks like it's okay. Small intelligence update. I kind of forgot what I was doing for a second. Steam, library, play. Options. I know I don't want that up to epic. Put these back to high. Sky quality, ground clutter, no bloom. Doing some testing, we think the crop plots might be what's causing the massive spike in frames potentially. Alright, let things load in first. Because right now we have the main garden, the garden behind the main garden, the hospital has some crop plots. And there's a lot of plots in one little area. So I was like looking and like the main culprit is once you look towards the center of our area. You can see like 60 FPS, and it spikes to like 30. And it's kind of all where the crop plots are. Be fine with just some medium food real quick. What our vitamins look like after we eat. Oh. Hey, what's going on, Spirit? Looks like everything pretty much balanced out. A little bit of purple and green. Oh, that's gonna overdo it, but
Morning.
morning.
What do you think?
Yeah, it's looking really good.
Just adding little bits and pieces here and there.
Yeah, it's looking really, really good. Everything's looking gorgeous.
Yeah, come inside a sec if you will. If you ever have to serve anyone, it's quite simple. There's the till.
Mm-hmm.
There's the price list.
Yep.
And also next to the till, there's a book for receipts. If you make a receipt, I need to put up a spare pin board really, so you can just write one on. But if need be, just
Nice
kind
Spirit.
of find something, I guess. I need to put one up. But yeah, just put a receipt or put a note in the book.
Yeah, sounds good.
If you ever have to serve anyone, and I appreciate you.
Yep, yep.
Oh yeah, I made some interesting meals in there for sailing.
Oh yeah, cool.
I made a fancy meal for you all, crab croquette.
Nice.
God, this door's really embarrassing.
Yeah, they're a bit tricky.
Yeah, but you just went through that seamlessly. Until you're a build.
Eh, I just hit E a lot and hope it works. Flex my E muscle.
Yeah. I don't have a hat problem, by the way.
Nope, totally not.
You should see my room.
I'm sure it's quite nice.
You can see it if you want.
Yeah, sure.
It still needs. Yeah, it still needs work.
Yeah, mine's pretty basic.
Yeah, mine's pretty basic too, really.
Yep, very nice. Good old hat hooks. I actually just realized you could put hanging lanterns on them, and then you can dye the lantern to make the light whatever you want, which is nice.
Oh, yeah, I like doing that. You put them on the ships and it makes the ships glow underneath. It's good fun.
Yep. Very
That's
cool.
what I did to Caesar's ship.
Nice. Yeah, I like the
That's
door
how
color too.
How comes it was glowing?
Green and gold. Very nice.
Yes, this is Gilly's Brewing.
Yep.
But this is what I want to test out. He hasn't got any beer to put in it, I don't think yet.
Soon TM.
Yeah, because apparently you put beer in there and then it's stored on each other. You know, you just pour the whole lot in there and then, you know.
That's cool.
But my question is, I want to see if you can use it to drink out of.
It would be pretty good. Or if it gives you an option to
You know,
attach a
imagine if you
tap.
go up to it, put your beer in it, yeah, attach the tap, and then just pour drinks out of it. That'd be really cool.
I'll have to test it once he gets it up and running.
Yeah, it'd be good.
Oh yeah, you saw your overall light switch here, right?
Yeah. That's how comes they're on. They need to...
Yep. The trick that some people forgot is that if you have to push it with the flexing the E muscle because it doesn't do the opposite.
Yeah, I had to figure that out. It's fine.
Yep. I was messing around with it and I was like, oh, that makes sense. I like it because you can just kind of close the shop down for the day and then... Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
I love the penguin. He's my favorite.
Yeah, I've been gifted another one.
It's the best bartender around.
The penguin's becoming a bit of a problem.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I'm trying to remember his name now. The guy from the Norway, Denmark contingent.
Oh yeah.
He likes giving me and others penguins.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot. I ripped up a lot of the garden, so it's not as much of an impact. But the thing is, like, I'm not getting lag spikes looking at the garden whatsoever. Like, I'm running around looking at the garden right now, and it's not... Nothing over here is giving me problems. All the problems that I'm seeing are directly that direction. So... I don't know. I probably can't get rid of a lot of these planter boxes, but they obviously have very low loads. Yeah, it's definitely the center of this area. Like even looking over here with the glass and stuff, no real issues. But The majority of the problems I've seen are all this general area. I also wondered if putting wharf over all this water would make any kind of impact. But yeah, they're super small, so they're not really a big issue. I mean, you can get a little overkill with them, but it also could be a partly that I think the server needs a good restart. Hopefully they get something going soon. Like, I'm already getting better frames around here now that I've been, like, around here. But still, that center area, that's the big issue. Because I wonder if it has a little to do with plots themselves, the fact that they're irrigated as well. And I think a lot of the ones on the first floor, this is all foundation. I don't think Cletus put, yeah, see, he did all floors here instead of ceilings for this bottom area. And that's the one thing, that's why I have to go back and try and, now the top is not, so that's fine, but this entire bottom level is all foundations. I replaced a lot, every foundation I could replace in the town hall has been replaced, and the warehouse is my next project because it's a lot of floor panels as well. So this is all like pretty much floor in a lot of the areas. It's not quite as bad as the other spot, because I don't think he realized you can use the supported like, he's got some of the supported ceilings, but we just need to go through and find a few others, but I don't really think it's that bad. So what I was gonna do is kind of go under and find the floor that I did see like this, and try and see, what is that? It's the wharf, yeah. Unfortunately, I don't think it's, damn, it's like, I didn't realize how small these things were. Like, these can all be replaced. I won't be able to replace the ones by the forges, obviously, because that would just destroy the forge, but there's definitely a few that need to be kind of replaced, which will be easy enough. But yeah, that entire garden is bottom floor at least. That's something we might have to try and address potentially. Yeah. Well, I mean, and most of these are kind of on the edge anyways. Oh, he used the triangle floors for all these. Oh, so that's even more. Oh, yeah, we might have to, yeah, that's a lot of ceiling, or, a lot of, floor items, so. But yeah, today's project is, I think I just walked away from Valentino without actually ending the conversation. I feel kind of bad. I just realized my head is like all over the place right now, so I'm not thinking clearly. Yeah, exactly. So, we'll have to see. Yeah, we'll have to talk to Miss Green Thumb and see if she can just remove the seeds or something and cross our fingers and hope for the best. I'm also probably going to delete all those stone columns that are around the garden, because I think those, even though the stone columns are a dark side thing, I still think those are kind of a problem. They're very, very buggy. So like all these stone columns on the corners, I think they need to go as well. Because these things are a lot of pieces. Even just looking at this, it's kind of like chunky. But the good thing is this wharf bridge won't affect this at all. This is all individual, so this can easily be taken down and redone. I'm hoping he did. Okay, yeah, so they are individual wharf pieces. They're not like stacked. Which is good. But yeah, this bridge can definitely be redone. But I think these things need to go. And I know they shouldn't destroy anything, but yeah, we definitely want to make sure she comes in and grabs what she can. Like, I've got my FPS capped to 60 intentionally. I probably could uncap it and get a little bit more frames, but yeah, you see that big spike, like, once you look that way. Yeah, that's one of those, usually when there's usually a bugged, there can be a buggy prefab building that'll do that. And unfortunately, those are all prefabs. There's prefabs over there. So, but yeah, when we see Miss Green Thumb today, we'll say, hey, can you just harvest everything out of there, because we have to do some remodeling, if you will. Yeah, you can just see the spikes. But let me see. Let me grab this sloop real quick. How are you doing hunger-wise? You're eating from the... Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. No. Hello? I'm literally saying stop fighting. Jeez, stupid game. Yeah. Crap battle. Honestly, didn't expect to have another pretty large settlement right outside of our port as well. That kind of doesn't help for people coming in, because they get hit with that load first and then they get hit with our load. Not like it's a big deal, but yeah. It's a chunky load in. I don't know what happened to Miss Koi's boat. Or Tuki's boat. Something broke and it just completely got destroyed. Ah. I didn't think there was much issue if it was a civilian boat, but whatever. Also thing I did was wanted to check is I wanted to see because all this is ceiling tiles, but I don't know what all this is back here. It's all pretty much ceilings, which is good. Are these preserving barrels? The fuck? There's something right here. Are these preserving barrels high resource? Are the signs like there's something right here that's a big issue. is every time I look at these barrels, there's something like really rough over here. It's only around there. Honestly, I think one of the things we need to do is we need to limit how many signs people have up. I think the signs are getting a bit excessive. I think you should just name the barrel something and just leave it at that. I think there's a reason we have the ability to look at this and see what it is. Because we are maxed on limited sign limits in almost every area of the town. Yeah, that's I mean, not a lot of people have, or certain areas have a lot. Like a lot of the food storage has a lot of signs. So we might just have to like say, hey, sorry, signs need to kind of be toned down. Because I'm not really getting issues here. Like I'm running around and this is like normal stuff. But the second I look this direction, that's where all the issue is.
Oh. Hello. Oh.
That sounds like Bert.
Oh.
Yeah. Mr. Rook, can you craft rugs?
Crap, what?
What?
Rugs.
Yeah. Be 10 crafting in the furniture bench.
Perfect.
Oh. Oh.
That-
What did it?
That would have been bad. I think I caught that.
Joe. Yeah.
That's
nectar and see if it actually, you know, goes, yeah, sting, that's a recipe.
Oh yeah, well,
go.
take
Ooh. What kind? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad. I'm definitely glad they have that long timer.
Oh yeah. Before.
Cookie.
Yep.
Yeah, this was long overdue.
Yeah, it's gonna get a little messy too, because unfortunately, all the machines I think are on foundations, but it might be okay to leave a lot of them.
Well, let's move everything into the resource chest then.
Yep. I think this entire road is all triangle ones as well.
What are you doing?
Most of the perimeter floors are triangle foundations, and we need to change them out to not be as many foundations. So,
Jolly.
yeah. Operation Do What We Can. Pretty sure I can do the farming bench. I actually am a homesteader, so I can do farming stuff. Yeah, I can do the farmer's table. But I know I can't do the carts, so that's definitely a kitchen thing. But we have Valentino on, so he can do the kitchen cart.
Oh shit! What happened to the floor?
We're renovating.
What do you mean?
Oh, that they're renovating. They need to change some stuff.
All the edges here are floors, which we can change out, but all of these are triangle foundations, so we have a ton of foundations we don't need. So we're trying to remedy that.
Okay. And yes, the saps did work.
All of them?
Yep. I only took
Sugarcane?
2. I didn't try sugarcane.
Try sugarcane, because if that works, just use sugarcane. I'm actually come with you because I'm almost... Nope.
Yep.
I'm gonna leave the foundations under that shit because I'm not gonna fuck with that. I'll leave one in the very corner. Already a supported one, so don't need one there. Ceiling, ceiling, ceiling. I'm not going to touch anything under the stairs. Yeah, I don't think anyone actually uses the repair bench. It's also not even that good anymore. I thought it was better than it was, but it's actually pretty trash. It like barely reduces the amount used to repair. It's kind of pathetic. I'm getting close to running out of supported ceilings. All right. Let me see, let me see. Yeah, it is super slow.
I do not spend enough time in this warehouse to know where everything goes.
Yeah, me either. Hmm. Shit.
All right.
Yep.
Is the furnace room already done?
No, I need to actually do the forges as well, but I need to get the builder's table back up so I can make more pieces. I'm gonna go grab some stuff and make it in an anvil real fast.
Yep, I'll start emptying the forge room.
Sounds good. Yeah, I kind of do it unnecessarily.
In the forge room, there's an animal.
All right, beautiful. Actually, let me just go in here and get the builder's table first. Anvil, anvil. Ah, anvil. Oh, there's a builder's table right here, isn't there? Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I use that as well. It's more of, wait, what? It's more of a keeping myself straight because my hands are not very good at doing that stuff. All right, another builder's table. Already got a decor table. Some metal. Yeah, I actually picked that up from Fist when I was watching him do some stuff. I didn't even know that was a thing. I guess it's a thing. It's a thing from even Arc, and he was like, he started using it. I was like, oh, interesting. Farmer's table. Where are the stylus? Hide. Let me see. Click on this. Go to the builder's table. Let's take that back. Oh, all right. Builder's table. This is when it becomes a little problematic because there isn't a proper space for it, so I'll just do it like this.
It's
Wait, what was that? Oh shit, that's a smithy.
I think that might be animal's bird, to be more precise.
oh, then it's
So at least now I know I've got it straight. So that's the other. If I can't use the ladder, I'll just use it to get my camera straight. And then I can swap over this. And my camera still stays straight. There. Easy peasy. Alright, so we need to get the farmer's table put up over there, and we need a pallet. I don't even know if anyone was actually using the pallet that's back there. What else can we make as far as structures, crafting? Got the farmer's table, fluid press I'm not worried about. I can at least make a table. What's up?
oh, so you're reflooring the workshop.
Yeah, it needed to be done. Unfortunately, there was a lot of triangle foundations that were kind of becoming a problem. So now I just got to find someone to make a. I think it was the loom was right here, and I forget what was right here. I have the farmer's table. I'm going to put that right here again, and then we'll have the pallet here, which I don't even think anyone was really using, but we'll put it there. And then there was a kitchen cart here that someone I think was using. So I'll have to talk to Valentino about a kitchen cart here. Speaking of Valentino. So I'll probably just need another kitchen cart here, and that'll kind of repair this side. I didn't bother with the foundations under the work orders because I didn't want to deal with all the boxes. So there's still some here, which is fine.
You do realize how shitty it looks from the outside, right?
I'm going to put walls down to make it not look shit. Or stairs around it or something, I don't know. We'll figure something out, but yeah,
We'll figure something out.
Is what it is. But I need to make a table real quick.
Yeah.
I don't think he was using the barrel table. I think he was just using the normal wood table.
Fucking giraffe. It's like an earthquake every time it goes past.
Yep. It is quite loud. Let's see. Table.
Metal, wood, and fiber.
I kind of wish they would take the craftable out of this, because when I actually put table, it just does everything that's craftable. I think this was it. Yeah, that looks about right. And let's go ahead and get the mortar and pestles back up. I think that... Oh, shit, the note was gone too. Oh, well. That will just have to be re-updated. Mortar... Oh shit, that's in the anvil, isn't it? That is. Hide and stone. Stone. Hide. I'm not gonna touch the hair because that's used for mannequins. I think there was 3 on that table, so we'll do 3 again. Farmer's table we'll put down, and the colonial table we'll put down.
I can make the loom and stuff again if you want.
Yeah, that'd be perfect. Alright, get this. Is that the right one? That seemed awfully big for...
Oh, it's all the random
Why I can
crap
make the
is-
tailor stuff, I have no freaking idea.
Seems, I think it
so
was
all the
this
random
one.
Crap is in these boxes here.
Yeah, that looks better. Ah, shit. I fucked it up.
Okay. Bastion is in that.
So what? Oh.
Yeah, thing. It's in the blacksmith.
Thank you.
No problem.
Is it
If you
my
need any
eyes, or
more,
do
let me
I
know.
no longer have a shipwrights table?
No, we're gonna need another one. We had to
Back
change
up.
out the floors because they were all foundations, and it was many foundations.
No worries.
Wait. Oh, that's not gonna do. I think the painting's part of the problem, but it's fine. It'll work. Alright, so farmer's cart was here. Or farmer's table. And then the kitchen cart was there. Another thing that's kind of annoying is when it won't let you do it like that. We're just gonna eyeball this one, screw it. Ain't got time for this. All right, and I think the tannery was right here, right? I think that was what was here. No, where was the tan? Oh wait, the tannery was over. We have a tannery in here? Oh, I know we had the loom here. Maybe I need to move this over. I think I do. Stylist table. Thank you. I'm gonna do the tannery first. I'm up. Tannery. Pick up. Okay. Okay, simple loom. We'll go with the narrow version. Loom, simple, pick up, okay. Balls. Something I don't like about that view is how it defaults to the level above it. A dedicated build camera? Would be the day. Let's see. Alright, pick up. Balls. So close. Yet so far. No, we done goofed. A little too anal about this, but it is what it is. Oh, why? See stupid blocks above my head. How dare you? You're gonna need to go like 2 steps forward. 1, 2, 3. What the fuck? This game, I swear. Fuck it, I don't care, it's perfect. Over it. It'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother a repair bench. Let's see. Forges. We're gonna need flint. Need some flint. And then we need cobble. Need a lot more than that, so we need some stone. I mean, you can already see, like, I'm seeing my FPS start to stabilize a lot more now. But I'm also not moving, so that's probably a big part of it. Alright, let's do 30 of those for now, and then I'm also gonna need probably 19 more of these. Alright. What is this? Floor. Hold on. pick up that just in case. What is this? Floor. No more. Reported. Actually might be okay. Hey, we did it. Nice. All right. So yeah, we might have to cut back on that stuff. Methinks we get all this stuff too. We did. Just make my life easier and demolish these right now. Probably not going to touch the paint area since it's already been irrigated, so I'm just going to leave this corner, which I think is fine. I don't think it's necessary. I think another thing for like future purposes, I think it'd be a good idea to get in the habit of putting the prefabs on the ground, like directly on the wharf, rather than using a lot of floors. It's a little more tricky as far as lining things up, but it does alleviate a lot of this problem. I'm gonna leave that corner because I do want some foundation stuff nearby. I need some more cobble. Well, I mean, most stuff will go poof if the wharf disappears anyway. But yeah, it still becomes problematic indeed. You're kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't.
This will go a long way towards helping with headaches.
I hope so. The next thing we're finding potentially being problematic is all the painted signs. We might have to start reducing the number of signs because those are big, like, headache problems.
Yeah, you
So,
mean these?
those and these ones too. Like all this stuff, anything that's paintable is becoming a problem as well. So we might have to find a better means of not using all these signs in tight, compact areas.
Yeah, so a complete overhaul then of the system.
Pretty much, yeah. Like, we could maybe have the painted signs indicate multiple different, like, level. Like, you'd have one painting sign here, and it says box 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you have the painted sign say Navy, Tavern, whatever. Rather than having 8 signs, you have one painted sign that's now 8 different indicators. So that kind of stuff might help. So we still have the visual indication of like what something is.
The issue with that is changing the paintings are a bit pain,
Oh yeah.
but the square signs might be better because you can actually make several lines on them.
Yeah, I would agree.
But definitely, we could definitely tear down a bunch of the flat signs and use larger.
Yep. I think that would help out a lot.
I tore down a couple outside the trade officers. People don't need to know those.
Yeah,
Anyone in
exactly.
town know.
Like there's certain areas where it really is beneficial, but like over by the new farm that's behind the garden, like there's a bunch of signs and preserving barrels, and when I was over there, that was giving me a lot of headaches. So we might have to find a better way of either reducing all the food barrels, because having a whole bunch seems to be a problem, and then they also have the signs behind them, which is also a problem. So I don't know. We're having to sinus it a little bit. Yeah, kitchen as well.
Overall, the kitchen too.
Yep. It's something we might even wait to discuss at the meeting and just start maybe scaling certain areas and seeing if we see an improvement in those areas by removing a lot of the potential problematic pieces. Because like right now, at least for me, every time I look towards the garden or the farm plot, I get the biggest like drop. And we've slowly been kind of adjusting, like putting the light switches in. So when you go log off, you can just, or go to sleep, you can just flip the switch, turn all your candles off, and hopefully that helps a little bit. But candles honestly aren't really that big of a problem, I've noticed. I think people were doing some testing as well, and it doesn't seem like the candles are really that big of a problem. But
it could also be the crop plots, in which case we might want to split the farm into two pieces and get rid of that artwork of yours, Nils.
But yeah, we'll have to. I think the crop plots are potentially an issue as well, because you have to figure they have the plot, they have the potential floor underneath it or the ceiling, then they have the plant inside of it, and they have it fertilized, and they have water. So it's like potentially a problem, and it sounds like they have a very large visual range. So yeah, I don't know. It's a lot of sciencing needs to kind of go on and see what we can do to help reduce things.
Yeah,
I'm already noticing a little bit of a difference here, because my mind is a bit clearer in this area now that a lot of the stuff has been reworked. So hopefully we can kind of progressively go through building by building and help reduce that.
Yeah, sounds like a plan. We move through one building at a time.
Yep. I think working on the warehouse will probably be the best bet. We can like upstairs, we can use the sign at the end of the hallway to give us a better descriptor, and maybe just like let people know, like, you'll have to look through boxes. Like, it's going to be just one of those things. And maybe we put a note that says what box has something in it potentially, but honestly, I don't know how many people like have really been filling those boxes with things to grab. So maybe we can streamline that as well and just, I don't know, make it better, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I put things in the boxes and I remove things from the boxes.
Yep.
So I mean, I don't need the signs for myself. I know where I put things.
Yeah.
The problem is when you have a lot of people running through the same boxes, people get double placed or whatnot. But if we just use the signage on the end of each row, hopefully that would be enough.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So here's an idea. Let's go.
Yep. Yeah, that too.
Right. So, for example, we could condense certain things here, possibly.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking maybe just using one large box on the bottom, one large box on the top. You just say armor, cosmetics, those two boxes, stuff like that. Maybe it also would help kind of reduce the number of items in here, so maybe that would help with people's headaches potentially.
The big one right here, decoration.
Yep.
Decoration and building parts. Those two are an absolute pain to find what you're looking for, because all of them stack, all the items.
Mm-hmm.
So having 4 boxes for decorations doesn't make any sense. And same for the building part.
Yeah. Yep. I would say we could just replace these with potentially just using a like a normal storage chest, because that has a sizable inventory, and it would make probably a lot easier to sort through things. And these are great. This is a great idea, but I think it's just like we don't need 4 boxes for saddles.
Definitely not. And that one is not one of the items I set up.
Yeah.
Someone else
No,
has that one.
I did it temporarily.
No.
Yeah. When I set up this, the idea was that we should have more boxes than we needed.
Yeah, yeah.
Then the issue comes with, okay, armor cosmetics, shouldn't that be at the tailor's shop? Because he is the one doing it. So do we need to have all of this in here?
Yeah, I thought about the same thing too. There, thank you.
All I heard was you're really, really hungry for the latest dish in town.
It's delicious.
Perfect. I was feeling a bit peckish.
Yeah, unfortunately, I just ate like 2 super-sized meals just before I came in here. I'll save mine for later.
Yeah, no, that's fine. This is a bit of an inside joke, as you know, gentlemen. So you know who's this is going towards.
Yeah.
Enjoy. I'll leave.
Yep. But yeah, like I think maybe it might be best to replace all of these with just storage chests, kind of like we have on that wall, and that might just make things a little bit easier. You'll still get like 3 technically, 3 boxes per section, and I think that is probably gonna be more than enough. I also think we can actually name the storage chest itself, so when you look at it, you can say, oh hey, look. That kind of gives me another indicator of what that might be.
Yeah,
and on the signs here, we just put like, we'll say like 1, 2, or let's say this is on the wrong side. So we'll start from here. It's like box 1, box 2, box 3, 4, 5, 6. And we just indicate little notes on the sign. What's in that row? What's in this row?
Yeah, we could even condense this into the various divisions.
Yeah.
Like we have the provisions group, right? And then we have the builders group. So that's just 2 sections, because agriculture is the kitchen and all the breeder stuff. So that doesn't really go in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was a good system at the start when we mainly only had this building to work from. Now all the crafters have their own buildings. So then the question is, should all the tools be in the blacksmithy? Should all the cosmetics and armor be in the tailor shop?
Well, the other ones hold like 200 something. I know some of these hold about the same, like 120.
I don't like that, because you have to run around to look for that one thing you need, only to realize that now you need to run across town to get the other thing you need. That's a pain.
I just wish they'd give us.
Well,
I mean, they want.
I think it's good to have the company tools and the company armor stored in this place. But I mean, cloth armor has been tons, because everyone has changed out of their clothes into leather or other. And then the cosmetics. I mean, should we store a bunch of cosmetics here? Shouldn't that be in the tailor shop? If you want cosmetics for your clothes, shouldn't you go to the tailor and say, hey, I would like something that looks like this. Can you fix that?
Yeah. I mean, we also have the tailor's stuff down in the stalls down here. We could use these, because these have more than enough inventory space. I mean, they're about 120, which is no different than the boxes upstairs. Yeah, the trash can, definitely. So, I mean, we could always just have the stuff like that for, like, people that just want something quick, that don't want to bother Chad. Granted, Chad loves to make stuff, and I think he made a bunch of stuff already, so, like, worst case, you could just use this to store a lot of that, and you just come up and like, oh, that's where my cosmetics are. Beautiful.
Yeah, just have a folder for the cosmetics and call it a day.
Yeah.
Yeah. that may actually be quite good to store some items in the workbenches in folders instead.
Yep.
And if we want to be extra fancy, like this repair bin, put a bunch of tools in here.
Yeah, you can do that too. I mean, realistically, I think the best storage system that we have, that we're not really utilizing, is crates. Because aren't they like almost 5,000 items or something like that?
Which crate?
The pallets, the like shipping pallets, like those things have massive storage.
1,000.
And that's like what? Let's see. Up here we have 1, 2. So that's like 120 times 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. What? 24 boxes. So you'll get more out of this, but you have just one crate that's dedicated to friggin' one group of people. I mean, because technically you could fit one pallet here, one pallet here, one pallet here, one pallet here.
Doesn't the pallet need to stand on foundation? You can't place them on ceiling parts?
Oh, true. These would have to all be converted to, yeah, it says it has to be placed on the floor. But maybe that means we move our storage onto the ground then. And this can become something else. I feel like we could make racks of pallets that look really nice. Or like we could make racks of pallets that look like pretty nice. Because you could stack 2 pallets right against this wall right here. I don't know. I think...
Yeah, but I agree with you. Definitely trying to remove some of the boxes and a lot of the signs will probably lessen a bit. The thing that's good with the small boxes is they have the same distance as the decorations.
Yeah,
so when you are coming into port, they will not be shown. It's when you get into this building that you see them.
Maybe what we do is we just convert the small boxes to like each row has 2 large boxes. So we reduce the boxes by 2 and we still have multiple storage because those crates can scale, I think, to a really long version.
Yeah, you have 3 versions of them.
I think there's some upstairs already.
There should be. You have these 2 variations, and then you have one that's about the same size as 2 of the middle-sized. Building materials storage folder.
Yeah, right here.
Yep. Because, I mean, yeah, like, the reality is we're not going to really ever have enough pieces in here to need 4 boxes.
Yeah.
Because I generally, like...
We're wasting resources.
Yeah, exactly. Because I basically make it as I go, and then I put a few extra in there if I'm done working on... Like, whatever I craft and whatever I use for a build, whatever's left over goes in here. And that's pretty much just how it is. If there's leftovers, I go in there. Then if I need more, I come back here, look, make some, or grab them and go. So I think if we did 2 boxes, the 2 big boxes, top and bottom, if they'll fit, I think they will, and then just pop these signs off, I think it'll help reduce a lot of the excess searching for stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm a big fan of using the filtering myself, so to find things.
Yeah, I definitely think like having the 2 boxes and then having folders and everything that indicate what it is perfect. So we can just, like, for the decorations, we can still sort it by what it is. And, I mean, the bottom could be, like, exterior decorations or something like that. And the top could be interior, potentially, stuff like that.
Let's stick with the basics first. And just use a single box for all decorations. And then if we need to, we can add to it.
Yeah. The second box could always be an overflow. I really wish you could copy folder systems from one crate and move it to the next, rather than having to remake a whole bunch. But that's yeah. Also, thank you for the follow, by the way. I forgot to mention that.
These are foundations as well, the ones in the central hallway for this building. Not sure if those can be replaced without breaking the whole thing.
Which ones? Where the stairs are? Yeah, some of them are ceilings, some of them are... I left some floors up just so that's kind of like... That's the support foundation. The rest are all ceilings. So there are sporadic floors just as like a precaution. But for the most part, everything's been replaced. Other than like under the stairs and under the resource boxes, I'm not touching those because, dear God, I don't want that to poof.
Yeah. Also, we can't use loading pallets down here anymore because you replaced all the tiles.
Yeah, I also just realized that. Which I don't think we've honestly been using here anyways, so kind of whatever. I could always just replace this corner with floors, and then that could be where we put some pallets again, because that's an easy fix. But
it may actually just require one floor piece.
Yeah, I think it's probably the middle. And now that the floors actually snap to the ceiling pieces, which is really nice, it's easy to fix. Now we can try a crate there and see if it'll work. And we just need a little bit of wood.
Yeah, there's definitely something going on with the farm.
Yeah, it's I think it might honestly be the preserving barrels and the signs. I also am gonna go down and rip up all those stone columns. Even though those are not how do I say this? Not from the normal world. They're added to the world. I think they might still be playing a bit of an impact as far as the other stone pieces. They may have the same problem the other stone items have, where they're just really high res or high visuality. So I think I'm gonna go around and just destroy all those stone columns on the garden, see if that helps even a little bit, and then we progressively go to removing all the wharf pieces that make that bridge and changing that bridge to something maybe a little less impactful. Maybe another like wood bridge like we have on the other side. And then if that doesn't make a big difference, we tackle the rear garden first. I don't want to touch the main garden. I think that needs to stay there. I think it's beautiful, but I think the garden in the back might need to be moved maybe closer to I don't even know, back further, closer to where Tuki's preserve is, maybe. I don't really know a good spot for it, but it might just be too many plots in one area.
Yeah, let's go have a look at the main garden.
Yep. Oh, hold on, I got inventory on me. It's science, bitch. Pallet. Paleto. I just want to see if this will actually place with that one foundation. Dock pallet. Yeah, well, so it only needs one and it's good. So yeah, it will place the pallet down with only one floor, which is good. All right, garden first. I'm getting distracted.
Yeah, so could we secure this whole place from destruction by using a temporary foundation like here or something while we replace the...
Well, I mean, this is its own wharf, so it technically should be fine.
Yeah, I did some testing with different wharf pieces, and it should stay as long as it's anchored in the ground, the middle piece should stay, even if we remove these bridge pieces.
Yeah. Technically, the only thing that might be an issue is if these prefab buildings have any sort of voodoo. We could start by destroying like a stair and seeing if we see any weird reactions, or we could go something simple and destroy a sign. But I think we wanted to wait till Miss Greenthumb got on to harvest everything, or if one of our harvesters can harvest all the crops first and get rid of anything that's in these barrels. And
Yeah, Gil is a master harvester, and
Yeah.
he's around somewhere.
yeah, I mean, I'm also spec'd into harvesting, so I probably would be a good person for it as well. I'm full on down the hand harvesting trees, so worst case I can do it. But I'd really like to
Yeah,
have Miss
if you're a
Greenthumb here.
master farmer, there's even more you can get out of it.
Yeah, exactly. So I think we
I
can
did
wait.
speak to Miss Greenthumb earlier and warned her about the possibility that this farm would take damage,
Yeah.
and asked her
Yep.
to try to stock up all the seeds that are hard to get, so we have extra if something happens to this building.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm not sure if she has all the seeds yet, but she has a lot of them in stock.
Yeah, like, see, every time I look at these preserving barrels, I get kind of a hiccup, and it's really bad on that back farm. So I'm wondering how why these are interacting like that. Like, even just right now, my brain gets really foggy bouncing between the two. So,
Yeah, I'm not feeling it too much.
Yeah, it's definitely not that bad.
Over at the warehouse looking this way, it was worse.
yeah.
Way worse.
The area that I had a really bad spot, I'll show you right now. See if it even does it again. Yeah, like right here, looking between, like going left to right is really bad.
This is actually not a problem here, because that issue was when I was building this,
Mhm.
when this place was empty. So it's probably something
With the ground.
in the distance that just
Yeah.
pops up when you walk here.
Hmm.
Yeah. So my thinking, and I noticed this when we were in the main garden as well. Whenever I look in the direction of the kitchen, something happens.
Because I reacted to that when I was measuring out this and putting the edges up. I noticed that right about here, my brain hiccuped a couple
Oh,
of times.
someone just, it's, I don't know the best way to say this. This is, a certain part of the island where it's well, let's say an equator that you cross, and that's what's causing the issue.
Ah, okay.
That might be what the
I
problem
get it.
is.
Yeah, because this was, I noticed this when the place was empty. So that's not the barrels, but I feel you with the signs and the barrels. It contributes to problems.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense that this is a specific part of the island that has a transition of elements, I guess. So,
Because-
Arctic raspberry, we don't need a sign and a crate just for that,
yeah.
for example.
I don't know if she's.
Yeah, I think what that means is, unfortunately, we built so much of our town in that one section, and we have to try and
I actually
maybe
noticed
bump
when I
this
noticed
back to that line
I
there.
actually thought it was something with the bridge going over to something popping up connected to that, but
I have an idea. What might help is it's going to be a bit of work, but I think if we push all this garden back to that ridge line, that might help. so that everything's on this side of whatever that line is. So like from here, from here back, we move the garden that direction.
Yeah, we should definitely talk to Miss Greenfarm before we start rooting this up, though.
Yeah,
because
yeah, no,
we
absolutely.
need to make sure about the seeds.
Yeah. We won't touch anything until we have stuff preserved.
We have to put up new plots and then move the forward plots backward. And so
Yeah.
on.
We're trying to diagnose
Also, I
the
still have a suspicion that
the
there might be
issues.
something with the plots themselves.
Yeah. We're trying to diagnose what's the problem. And we're noticing big issue over here where we think there's an island line and transition, because you can see it when you kind of go between these plots. Something here on the island is causing a problem. Sorry, I was in my head for a second.
Yeah, so I could see your little cropland garden over there from the well, beyond the well.
Which one?
If we stand right here, you can actually see the crop plots from here.
Oh yeah, the public farm.
Yeah.
Yep.
And unfortunately, it seems that the planter boxes are also visible from here.
The decoration planter boxes?
Yeah.
That's weird.
When you're using a spyglass, yes.
Yeah, it kind of acts like you're closer to it. So we don't know what it's we think it's the where the island has a like a new section or something. Visible changes using spyglass. So there's something with the crop plots and like where that plot is located. It's whether it's the plots or it's the island itself, we're not sure. Because yeah, there's something really, really bad right here when you go in between like these two sections. Going back and forth between here, it's a huge transition. So yeah, we're just trying to science it right now.
Planter box are probably fine. But the crop plots are...
The planters are a decoration, so they...
Yeah, it's very similar to Minecraft. Like,
the
chunks load in and chunks load out.
And so are the plants in the plots.
Let's go to the breeder compound.
It's possible, yeah, and that's what we're thinking, that there's possibly things that are getting unloaded and reloaded, and so we probably built way too much in this chunk, and we needed to branch out to the back. Sorry, the back half a little bit more. So honestly, I think a lot of these houses might need to come down that are not really being utilized.
Kind of hard to see from down here. I'll climb up.
Yeah, it's very front loaded.
Yeah, you can see the crop plots all the way from here. All of them.
Yeah, I wonder the central greenhouse, how that is affecting with all the crop plots stacked on top of each other.
And this might be a harder issue to fix than anticipated.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think it may just be we Like I think there might just be too much loading by the harbor for our eyes, and we either need to move some of the stuff to that point that we found and move it behind there a little bit, which is not really an easy feasible task potentially. But we
Yeah.
kind of have an area that we know we can potentially use to our advantage, because like I remember originally Mr. Grumbles or Mr. Mr. Pete wanted to put some of the housing along that ridge line. We could move a lot of that housing along that line behind the crop plots and get rid of some of these buildings that are kind of the front side.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
I
we're
would
trying
say,
to
though,
figure
if
out.
we tackle the kitchen first, because I think that might actually be the easiest one to overhaul.
And also, a lot of it could be the signs that we're using. We were looking at potentially
We need to
reducing the number of
simplify
signs in an area.
Sorting to minimize the amount of barrels and signs needed.
Yeah, I think that's the easiest, quickest solution, but the easiest simple quotations simple fix, and see how much that helps reduce a lot of things. So I think we maybe try to have a meeting like real quick with some people and say we're gonna go through and in your area, go through your area, reduce the number of barrels and reduce the number of signs by like half if you can or more. And I think that might make a pretty substantial difference in just unnecessary loading.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's go to the harbor office and see how
Yep.
it feels from over there.
Yep. Yeah, that's another thing is like Pete. I know Cletus kind of threw him down really quickly. When he had some chance, and it's not anything on Cletus. Like Cletus was building, and it looks great, and they're kind of just empty shells, so it's not a big deal. But I think a lot of these houses might need to move back.
Yeah, there is something looking in the direction of the garden. That's it.
Yeah, it's like that. It's like a one like zone of things that just kind of grab your eye and keep it fuzzy. But if you keep backing up, it kind of slowly starts to get better. I'm wondering where our next like point on the island where it's a new equator might be.
Yeah,
But yeah.
it's fine, for example.
Yeah. So I don't, and it's I don't know. I think the big thing is we'll like we said, we'll do the boxes and the signs first, and then it's probably going to come down to changing up the props and moving them past that line that we saw, and seeing if that makes a sizable like change.
Yeah, because I do not want to change the
Yeah.
what's it called, the boardwalk, so to say,
Yeah.
if we don't have to.
Yeah, the less impact we can do to the current layout, I guess would be best. And then we'll start doing more of the trauma fixes if we can't seem to fix a lot of the issues with the barrels, signs, and stuff like that.
Yeah. Sounds like you builders will be busy for the whole season.
Yeah.
Probably.
But I think what we can do is maybe just make a slightly tiered system past that line. Maybe not exactly like the current garden, but maybe something that's a smaller overall footprint, but it's maybe still 2 tiers of gardens rather than really wide laid out garden potentially.
Yeah, like if we were to move them out over into the hills there, for example, some of the more high impact buildings. That would remove a lot of the stress in town.
Yep. Yep. Might have to, maybe we could even see if we can call not like an emergency town meeting, but like a caution town meeting and say, hey guys, we need to discuss some things, and certain areas are going to have little checklists they go over and say, can you please do this and then let us know when it is done. And maybe we temporarily make a seed vault in the warehouse that is just all of the seeds we might possibly need, move there temporarily, and then we start dissecting some of the barrel signs. And then I'm still going to probably rip down those stone pillars because I think those are still a big impact as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
we could actually put seed storage up in the breeders or tamers area, which is already on the other side of the issue line.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Yeah.
That could easily be it's also a shorter trip as well. So
Yeah, I mean, if we were to move the gardens over there, could have the farm be between the two walled-in compounds.
yeah, I mean, whatever
Possibly.
we think will work. Because I mean, I know Tuki's area behind the Palisades, that is definitely past that equator line, and I think some of the stables are past it, but I think there might be some that are still on the other side, but that still could get a lot of the stuff away from that area. And
Yeah.
well, I think we'll start with maybe we
Tuki's place. That would solve two issues: one of animals wandering in there,
yep
and two of securing the farm.
Yep. I think that might be the best bet. We'll definitely want to talk to her too, because I know she really wants to try to keep that area as like a preservation. But I think we can find spots behind that wall, or even bring the Palisades out further down the ridge, that rock ridge line, and get almost to that point where the equator is, and then block it off. So she still keeps a lot of her area, but it's still on the opposite side of that fuzzy brain line.
Yeah.
Which way, left or right?
We do also have one more option.
Oh, there it is right there.
I don't know when Cletus was last around, but maybe we could...
Sorry, I'm feeling one of those fuzzy lines again somewhere near here, so I think it might be another one. So yeah, that breeder area I think is in its own equator zone as well. So there's one somewhere, yeah, it's like somewhere right around here too. At least pretty potentially close. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, without even really messing around with it, we've kind of built an entire town in one region that's like not slightly split up. That's kind of pretty funny.
Yeah. We may have to move some buildings around a little bit more.
Yep. I honestly think some of the housing might look good along that ridge where the lower rocks meet that cliffside potentially.
Yeah,
Just dot a couple houses there.
We were discussing initially setting things up, because there would be a lot of oceanfront property.
Yeah.
So we were to set up over.
I think like a row of like Viking houses along that forest line would be pretty cool. And I could easily bring the road another road like right to it.
Yeah.
Well, I think one thing we can do is I might take some of those prefab houses that were put down that are empty and just get rid of those in the meantime, since they're just hollow shells. And then we can tackle the warehouse, get these signs updated, and maybe make some of those larger crates. And that'll at least hopefully get the warehouse more secured as far as fuzziness. Yeah, screw those houses.
Yeah, I think removing the foundations from the warehouse and limit the amount of signs and boxes, that will help, definitely. And if we remove some of the prefabs, I'm not sure if the prefab houses are on foundations or on flooring, actually.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll probably take a look at them and see. Because if they're on if they're on floors, then that's another thing that's kind of causing some extra headaches. So maybe we can just pop those.
I believe Cletus was the one who put up those empty shells.
Yeah. He was on one night,
I
and
know that he's been using a lot of foundations in all his other builds, like the warehouse.
Yep. Which is fine. I mean, I don't think he's quite aware of the impact. Some of it he did, but I think it's just out of like, you kind of get in that mindset where you're just there to build, and you kind of just build. You don't think about other things.
Yeah, it's a whole lot faster than throwing out foundations.
Yeah, absolutely. Because everything snaps. Like, if they would just make it so the wharfs act kind of like individual foundations and they can have little snap points, it would be very nice. Yeah, it's a bit of a process. They might be.
The thing with the wharfs is, well, you can put a trim on it, and to that you can snap ceiling pieces and then build from. But then they end up inside the wharf, and there's issues with that as well.
Yep. I think it's something that maybe in future worlds they might be able to fix a little bit better, so they're more functional. Because they're really good for a foundation that's not going to pop out of nowhere, because it's such a long destruction time. I just wish they'd interact with the trim a little bit better.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, sounds like we have a plan.
Yep. So I'll tackle the prefabs that are up. Because that's really simple potential just destruction. And then if we want to tackle the warehouse boxes next, and then if we happen to see Miss Green Thumb, let her know the plan that we need to just have the emergency seed vault move somewhere into the Breeders Guild, and then slowly start popping some of the stuff on the garden, like the stone pillars, and then that bridge with the wharf bridge. And if we can, try to remove all the barrels and the signs in the rear farm area and see how much of an impact that has. Because if the barrels and the signs are actually really more of the contributing factor, we might not necessarily need to move the garden or the farm. But if we also know that that line is there, maybe it's just going to be better to do it anyways. Like, just rip the band-aid, move the stuff, and move on.
Yeah.
It may actually be. It may be very good to, in case we decide to keep the farm, we move any barrels past that line.
Yeah.
So that her storage barrels are past that line, closer to the hillside.
Yeah, I think that would actually probably be a really good experiment to try first, and then if we see a noticeable difference, that will give us more knowledge to adjust other buildings the same way.
Actually, on that note, what can you put in a crew silo or an equivalent to it?
I think you can put like nearly all the seeds. I don't know if the NPCs will eat those seeds, so that might be a reason not to do that. I know I had a crew member eat some very valuable seeds on my way back to my old port town.
Did you store it in the larder?
I think there's
Yeah, it
a
was in the
limit
larder.
to how many crew silos you can have. So
Yeah, it's 1 per area, as far as I understand. We could probably just...
Because I'm thinking, what if the animals don't eat from the crew silo? So what if we use the crew silo as the farm deposit? If it can take farm vegetables.
That's definitely a
That way
possibility.
we remove the barrel problem entirely.
Yeah, I mean, we can find out and see if that'll work. Yeah, I usually will try to watch the flashing can be a problem.
Stuff in the kitchen then, I guess.
Yeah, sounds good.
I'll head up to the workshop and start fiddling with the boxes and signs.
Sounds good. I'm gonna go tackle these prefabs and hopefully try to get those taken care of.
All right, and then I'll do the kitchen.
All right, sounds good. And break. It's gonna be a fun day today. Destroy the city, tear it down. Let me see. Oh yeah, these are all floors. Yep. Oh, that sucks too. So yeah, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Found 9 floors. I'm gonna leave that alone. 9 buildings that have a 3x4 area of about what, 8? Yeah, 12 foundations per building. I hate to tear down Cletus's work, but I think we have to do it. Should I try to reach out to Grumbles first? Is he awake? I don't see him awake. Yeah. I mean, just, yeah, look at that. Like, the second you look that direction, it's just a huge impact. Another thing we could do is we could take, like, some of the glass windows and kind of change them. Monday hit day off for him. All right. Okay. Well. Yeah. Yeah. I just sent him a message, asked if he could just log in or chat on Discord real quick. Yeah, that's the thing. I know he wasn't a big fan of them, so I'd like, but I'm just gonna get double confirmation that he's like, see, these could even be replaced with ceiling tiles. Just double confirm that he's cool with ripping these all up. See if I get one of those points again. So that was. What stairs? Like that archway? Because I don't know who did these ones. Or do it, you mean like this? Like you want it to look like this, I mean? Oh yeah, so you just mean shift it over so that this is lined up. Yeah, we could do that pretty easily. You know what, I'm just gonna, I don't want to bother him. Hopefully he's sleeping. I'm just gonna do it. Like, it's not like these can't just be replaced. But yeah, I can knock that out pretty easily once we get this done. Oh wait, shit, this is someone's house, right? No, okay. Just want to make sure I don't just pop Gilly's house. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it's fine. This kind of needs to be done, so hopefully this will make a big impact on people's rendering into the town, because this is a lot of foundations in this area. Hello, sir.
Shifting some stuff.
Yeah, we've myself, SZA, and Herman have been sciencing, and we realized that right over by the new farm there is an equator line, I will say, that starts a new section of the island, is the best way I can put it. So when you cross that, it's your mind is less blurry, but crossing that line, your mind gets very blurry. So two things we're doing is we're reducing the number of signs in the warehouse, and then the kitchen, and possibly that garden as well as trying to reduce the number of food preserving barrels, because they appear to be giving a sizable impact on visual fuzziness. The crop plots as well are apparently potentially a problem. They have a very, very long visual range that we think might be playing some havoc. So we're removing a lot of these prefab buildings because they were just put down, and I don't think Mr. Pete really likes them much anyways. So we're going to try and help have that reduce some of the foundation impact. And then we needed
So they were made on foundations, all of this, right?
Yep.
Oh, good God.
So yeah. So that'll hopefully help out a little bit. I think I'm gonna leave Gil's house because he has it at least locked. But some of the other ones I'm gonna pop. Once we can get
all of them except the last one over there is occupied.
Yep. So it should be just a few. And as soon as Miss Green Thumb gets on, we're gonna ask her to set up a seed vault that has all of the seeds kind of preserved, because we're gonna have to do some destruction and remodeling around the main garden, because I think those stone columns are a problem as well. Because I think they act very similar to the other stone items in the world, so that could be an impact. And then the big project is probably going to be moving that garden past that fuzzy equator line, if you will, and potentially moving it into more of Tuki's preservation area, because that's a whole other part of the island, according to our minds. So we're gonna have to talk to some people first, obviously, because we don't want to step on anyone's toes. But it kind of, I think, needs to be done for the health of the town, because we have apparently unintentionally built the entire town in one equator zone, if you will.
Yeah, this is part of the things I wanted to check out before we started building.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wasn't here for the first 5 days, so.
Yep.
So what you're saying is that we probably shouldn't add more structures on this side unless they are very economically built.
Yeah, pretty much. If it's a building that we think we need for to continue story stuff like that, then it definitely should be fine. But if it's just something for visuals, maybe we just make it a hollow shell, basically. Worst case.
Yep.
You should have to find them in
heavily loaded at the moment?
What's that?
Are you heavily loaded at the moment?
I'm actually a little bit, actually. I could probably drop some weight in.
Can you walk around the corner with me just for a second?
Yeah. You mean as far as like making them, or just like picking them up? Because you can make them with a certain blacksmith table.
I actually had a prefab here. I tore that down because I had a little bit of an interesting basement project going on. But I'm only using wharf pieces that doesn't snap into each other and cobblestones. So I think I'm pretty safe. No foundations whatsoever.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, and hey, whatever we can do to I guess make things a little more interesting would be nice.
Yeah, the idea was I used to have something called Gaffer's Goblet, which is basically a pub or a bar for the local residents, not for the lords and ladies. I was intending to have that in the basement, basically, and then have a prefab on top of it. So I won't be using too many things. Probably keep the build on below 100.
Yeah, that should be fine. I think once a lot. Whoa, that was a. I think I'm on one of those lines. There's a really big fuzzy brain moment. That's interesting. Hold on.
Interesting. Have we determined whether or not there are any fuzziness in the depth, so to speak? So if we go this way, for example, is there any breaking lines in the town at all?
That would be a good idea to try and find. I'm not 100% sure. Here to be sitting on one, I think it's like right here. Yeah, I think this is another one.
The compound is actually pretty safe up there.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we're actually pointing out, or we're noticing. We think that the entire breeder's area is fine. Tuki's area is fine, and it looks like these builds might actually technically be on their own. But I think they might be like kind of splitting it right down the middle, so we still probably need to up them.
It would be so handy to have that visual aid, in
so. Yep, it would be nice.
Oh, by the way, at the end of this shelf basically next to that crate. There's a couple of stairs leading down to the main road.
Mhm.
I put down 4 stone ramps, stone stair ramps, just to make it easier for the breeders to move cattle up and down from the docks. We might want to replace those with wood if a stone is a big issue.
Honestly, don't think those are that big of an issue. These ones I'm probably going to change out though, because they are using cobble floors. So I might turn these into ramps, potentially.
Actually, these are not cobble floors. These are ceilings. made
Oh,
from
these
concrete.
ones. Sorry, the one over there had some cobble floors that I saw that I.
Okay.
But
Then I haven't used that, but these are ceilings. This
yeah,
one
I just saw
made.
that. But yeah, I'm gonna actually fix that one a little bit because some animal was saying it was slightly askew and it was driving him a little crazy. So I'll probably
Yeah, no,
fix
I
that a little
left
bit.
this one just to make sure that they lined up with the stairs when you're heading up,
Yep.
and we started adding a bit more.
Yeah. No, these are perfect. I'll just adjust that one and then I think we'll be good.
Yeah, the whole idea with a shelf up and down, it's a little bit iffy. It's hard to cosmetically camouflage.
Yep.
All right, I'm not going to keep you. If you need carrying help, I am available. Otherwise, I'm going to continue with my build.
Yeah, sounds good. I should be fine. I can manage even if I'm slow.
Yep.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah, that's crazy. So that I'm very curious to see. So you said it's what 10,000 cubes per zone or something like that. So it makes me wonder how big each chunk is. Yeah, I mean, look at this. Like, this is like hardly anything. Now, granted, my performance right now is actually running not as good because I'm streaming. If I wasn't streaming, I'd still have plenty of frames for a lot of this and probably still be around 45 to 50 looking that direction, but you can definitely see right where it kind of stops. So it's like 60, bam, right there, right where that Viking house is, all the way till we get to past the main area. One full visual range. Oh, okay. So that's Nils. I don't want to touch that. That's Cat. See, we can move. Isn't Cat living up in the breeder's compound? Oh no, she's down here. I thought she was up upstairs. Oh, Candy's upstairs. Never mind. All right, so Cat's fine. James actually up in this one. Is it? All right, so James is there. Okay. All right, Stanley's house, not gonna touch. I think this one we can get rid of though. Looks empty. Yeah, this can go away. You know what would be the solution to all this problems is if they would just optimize how floors interact with the world and didn't make them complete havoc for people to, you know, see. I know that's not a dark side thing. That's a little, literally grape shot thing, but wouldn't it be nice? Yeah. And obviously I say this more in jest than anything. I don't know the difference between any of this shit. I'm not a developer, but it's still kind of funny. Even if I don't know it. All right. I also think when we do redo this garden, as nice as the fence line is that I put down, I think I'll just use palisades. Palisades scale to 10, and they're a little wonky with the hills, but yeah. I mean, like, literally nothing, no problems. Look that way. So yeah, it's like once you look through that line, it just has a hard time. I'm pretty sure it's like literally right here. At least pretty damn close to it. And honestly, what we might be hitting right here is a connection of like 4 chunks that are all in one. Yeah, I would not doubt that like right here is like a connection point between like that chunk possibly over there. And it's like, it's potentially like at least 2 or 3 chunks loading in at the same like corner. If let's say like right where that house is where one of those trunks run, so that probably runs to, yeah, so that's why this area is kind of a big issue, or big impact, I should say. Could you possibly test these columns on your test server and see if they do have any impact? Because I know the, I think it's the triple fence version of those, when they snap to certain trim lines, they lag like crazy. So I'm curious if they still have an impact, or they have as much impact as the normal stone items do. Yeah. I haven't even done this side yet. I just realized. So I gotta do that side. Let's do a quick, before I forget, let's do a quick run around and fix the areas that have like weird holes now. Uh-oh. Can I get that out? Yeah, I'll leave it. Good times. Oh, it's probably because I haven't actually put the rest of the walls up. Whoops. Okay.
What did you do?
I came check what's going on. I thought the whole building was breaking down. Jeez.
I'm already seeing like I'm feeling a big difference in the warehouse already. All right. Oh, that's why that's part of the problem. It won't line up properly unless you're because it's a triangle. I might have to that's interesting. Yeah. We'll get it. It's unfortunately going to be off no matter what. It's going to be slightly off no matter what you do. Because that entire wharf is nudged over like a quarter of a block. Yeah, there's not much I can do about that one. That is, that is the wharf being, lightly askew. An attempt was made, though. Alright, let's get these forges down.
Thank you, Mr. Nels.
Of course it got like right up in my face.
I'm confused.
What's up?
I'm just wondering why were they gone and now they're back?
So the entire warehouse was all floors and not ceiling pieces, so it was a big headache problem. So we've had to renovate the entire warehouse with not floor pieces.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, do you need a campfire gun then?
What's that?
You need this gun.
Sorry, I heard exploding pieces. I didn't hear that again.
I was just wondering if you needed the campfire gun so you could put down another furnace.
Probably will actually. Yeah, probably a good idea. Nice.
Pleasing on the eye.
What's that?
That's just pleasing on the eye.
Yep. Love uniformity. Slight clipping on some of the edges, but what is? Flint. Stone. Thatch. And wood. Wouldn't it be nice if we're together? Do 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 do. I can still put this cannon back down, can't I? Been lugging this thing around the whole time. Noise. I've never understood why the campfires don't stack higher than higher than 3. It's kind of weird. That should help kick up production of a few things. We've doubled production of those things. Yeah, it just seems really weird. Oh yeah, much better. Liking it. It's looking good. Whoops. We got storage, signs, doors. Didn't one of these have workbenches? I think that'll count. It counts as a workbench, right? Yeah, totally. Stone. Alright. Take a peek. I know those are stone under there, stone foundations under there, but I'm not going to touch that. I don't remember what was here, though. Was there anything here? For some reason, I don't think there was. I don't remember there being anything on that side. No, this side had the mortar and pestle.
Oh.
And the press. That was there, that was there. This was open so we could get on top of here because it used to be where I slept. That's fine. All right, let me go do two things. That. Come on, shooting cannons. Do 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 do. No issues there. Just the center of town, man. That's just a big old chunk. Wonder how bad the brick fence is on it on performance. Probably not that bad. You can already see a big change from the warehouse because it used to just be 40 or like 40s and 30s all the way across, but you're already seeing a big difference in the scaling back of the warehouse now. So I think once we can get the gardens and the farm, I think it's going to make a big difference in the headaches around this area. Yeah, like the hospital's got no issues that I can see. Kitchen's actually pretty fine. It's just something in that area is just not happy. Like these columns are the more high detailed texture. These ones are actually pretty blurry. Not blurry, but they're not nearly as high resolution as these columns appear to be. See, that's the thing, like, even from right here, you don't even notice it really that badly. Wait. Oh, no. 2, 10. So is it a 10 with some 2s thrown in? So it's 110 and then it's a 2, 4, 6, 8. So 5 2s. That's a little unfortunate. Basically that entire, because he had to have room for the balconies around the edge. So it's one foundation, so it's 6 foundations right here, or 6 wharf pieces. Oh, that's unfortunate. I think these are all... Alright, so maybe not all of them. Some of them are actually ceiling pieces too. So it's not all ceiling pieces on the bottom. It just looks like there's some sizable chunks of ceiling pieces potentially, unless he accidentally placed these here when he was trying to do a railing. Let me see if that's this is a ceiling piece. Okay, so he did do ceilings here. I mean, do we think that this farm is potentially right in between another grid? I mean, it kind of would make sense because that's like a... From that line to here, maybe? Yeah, I think we might have to replace this bottom level, which I don't know how much of a nightmare that's going to be to irrigate this. But I think that might be one of the projects we have to do as well, is just completely like leave the floor pieces on the corners of each of the prefabs and then everything else ceilings. Unfortunately, I wish I could get rid of these as well, but I don't think they're really as much of an impact as the ceiling pieces or the floor pieces are. But I'm not going to touch that until Miss Green Thumb gets on. Because I would, if we were to lose that building, it would be devastating for the food production. Yeah, exactly. I'm not touching anything until Miss Green Thumb gets on. Like, I'm pretty confident we can remove these easy enough because they are separate from this entire wharf. But I still don't want to, I don't want to mess around with that right now. All right, I'm gonna take a quick break and get a drink real quick. I will be RB. Oh, we're getting frame drops. There goes the internet, Stiff. Be right back. Alrighty. Still getting some drop frames. Try something. All right.
300 boxes.
True, but I think the best thing would be to have that in the respectively shops.
Yes, to some degree. the town tools are good to have in one place, as it's easy to access.
True. That could. A folder for tools, a folder for armor, and you're very welcome. No, it is an idea that it is weird, but yeah, that could play.
Actually made some money apparently. Alrighty. Alright. I'm starting to get some internet issues, so since I'm already not feeling that well, I think I'm gonna call the stream there. I'm gonna send this over to someone else that's in the category, or the Atlas category, and we'll be back tomorrow. I can already see the frames dropping like crazy, so I'm just gonna not bother with that right now. Let's see, who do we got? We got Mitt. We've got Pony Punch, Atlas, or Firebane. Let's see. Categories, Atlas. Who else we got? Try and find someone that's got some lower viewership that might get a kick out of it. Oh, Mazda. Let's go say hi to Mazda. Mazda's character is really cool. Mazda Tiger. Let's go say hi to Mazda, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Sorry for the short stream, but my voice is kind of shot anyways, so I guess the internet kind of dying is a good indicator. You'll probably still see me in game if other people are streaming though, because I still got lots I want to take care of. But thanks for watching. I do appreciate it, and we'll see you guys in the morning. I thought I followed her. I don't know why. Later.